Kim, I am so glad that you're here, man. You always light the place up, and so I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Fine.
Great, fine, good. Well, you guys better be good. That's all I got to say. Just better be good.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And what did you do now?
I didn't do anything. Why is it always me? Okay, but this time it wasn't me.
What?
Congratulations on a great season. You did a good job.
Thank you.
You're like the stone man, though. I mean, you're out there, and the team is, they're doing great, and there's a bad call, and you're like, Mr. Calm, cool, and collect, focused, got it all under control. I mean, you got this like miracle working thing going on.
I don't know. And when we score, I try to cheer, but when things don't go well, I try to keep as calm as possible because it doesn't help when you yell at the officials. It doesn't help. So we try not to do that.
I like the very proper, the very controlled. Sir, I strongly disagree.
I adamantly disagree.
Adamantly disagree. That's very cool.
And I got caught saying I want to go on record. I disagree with that one as well this year on tape. So.
Oh, good deal. Well, I just really want to know, I mean, you played all those years. I want to know what makes a good sport and a good parent. At this time of year, we celebrate the unique way that God sent His love in the form of His Son to the earth so that all of us could understand. Through His place, we try to do that every night because of you. Thank you for that. And from His place to your place, we want to wish you
Merry Christmas.
Every day through His place, we're able to speak and share the gospel in a way that everyone can understand. And you can help make that happen. And while you're helping to make that happen, you can also make sure that kids around the world are being fed, clothed, and educated. You might say, how can I do that? Well, by drinking a cup of coffee. Your gift of $37 will send you His Place Hope Coffee and a His Place mug for you to enjoy, and you'll be helping share the good news of Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's bad! Shut the door! Shut the door! Not again! It's too big to stop! I can't keep it out! More rain! I can't stop weeping! My friend down the street got drained, braced, and waterproofed from J&D Waterproofing. He has a whole new lease on life.
Basement water problems? Don't cry. Call 1-800-VERY-DRY.
Oh, that can't be good.
Call J&D Waterproofing.
No, seriously, you were raised in soccer, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I've played since I think I was 6.
Since you were 6?
Yeah, it was interesting when I started playing. There was, I think, 2 age groups, under 6 and over 6. So you kind of it wasn't really like you could separate that much. Because it was, I think, 1981 in Pittsburgh, so there wasn't, youth soccer wasn't like it is today. So there wasn't that many divisions, so you just play.
Well, what makes, so many parents, it's like, sometimes I see that it's almost like parents are trying to live their sporting dreams through their kids. And what makes a good parent? When you're as a coach, you're seeing your kids, the boys are out there on the field, they're on the pitch, and they're playing soccer, and their parents are yelling, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. What makes a good parent?
I look at 2 things. I would say balance and motivation. I think as a parent, you have to ask yourself, what's my motivation for enrolling my son or daughter in this sport, be it soccer or basketball? Is it socialization? Is it Is it exercise? Is it they want to learn discipline? They want to learn work rate? Or are you trying to get your 10-year-old a college scholarship? I mean, or are you trying to live something that you didn't get to live through your 8 or 9 or 10-year-old son or daughter? So I think that motivation is the first question you have to ask yourself. What is my motivation?
You played soccer all these years. What did you see that parents did that really encouraged you? What did your parents do to encourage you or encourage other kids?
You know, my parents always just wanted me to do my best. And, you know, if I came off and didn't have a good day, did you do your best today? And I think that was just a challenge to me. You know, maybe you played okay, but was that the best you could do? And I think they kind of held me accountable in that way. And they were great. Took me wherever I needed to go, allowed me to play whatever I wanted to play. And they kind of did a really good job kind of separating themselves from the madness. It was funny to see them in the stands. You know, our fans would be here, and they would kind of be on the edge and maybe in the other group just because they didn't want to deal. You know, fans get kind of crazy. They'd be off to the edge. And it wasn't that they didn't
know anything
they
about
didn't
fans being crazy.
and so supportive, and it was just great that they were always there. I mean, I look back at my senior season playing; they came to every single one of my games.
Very cool.
So they supported me, and it was awesome.
What are the things that don't work so well when you've seen? I'm sure you've seen parents and guys that you played with, or as a coach now for Grove City, things that kind of just tear up the kids on the field because of the parents.
I think that constant, you know, yelling, do this, constant instruction. And it's different when you're trying to coach your son or daughter as opposed to trying to motivate your son or daughter. And not that, I mean, I consider myself an expert in soccer, necessarily like a world-renowned guy, but I've played and coached, so I kind of go to my son's youth games and I sit and cheer. I don't really tell him what to do because that's the coach. And I mean, he's 7. What's he gonna? What am I? You know, move.
Everybody
do
goes
this?
with the ball this way. Everybody goes with
It's
the ball.
just the way it is. And you see some parents that are constantly, you know, micro-analyzing. Take it with this foot. Go get the ball. Kick it in here. You should have done this. And I think that's just very counterproductive. The kids will figure it out. You roll the ball out. You know, that's what we always complain about now. Everything's got to be organized. 20 years ago, you just roll the basketball or a football out, and kids figured it out. They made up their own rules. Roll the ball out, they'll figure it out. No one, and one of the things about American soccer people always laugh at is, you know, we have to analyze everything. The greats in the world, you know, they played in the streets with fruit and garbage bags rolled up in a ball, and no one taught them how to play, and they figured it out. Our kids will figure it out too, and that's something really that's been a big push nationally with American coaching, is they're trying to, you know, they call it street soccer. Let the kids just play. They'll figure it out. The more they play, the better. And as they get older, then you can really.
So tweeting on the old iPad there, are you?
What? Oh, no, I'm making a list.
Checking it twice, are you?
Probably 3 or 4 times before I'm done with it. I hope I didn't forget everything. Ugh, you know how that can be. You only get 1 chance a year at this.
You know what? This is like the longest list I've ever seen in my life. You must have a ton of people you're shopping for.
Oh, no, that's the list of things I want Santa to get me this year.
Really? Yeah, well, you better hope that Santa has really deep pockets and a big bag.
In case he doesn't, I have a copy for you.
Gee, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special musical treat tonight, Mr. Kim Costanza. Take it away now. Mr. Wiley, you're late? I mean, you're usually here sitting down and complaining before my shift even starts.
If you really want to know about it, I was out Christmas shopping.
Oh, okay.
I got my grandson Zach one of those computer games he's always talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Christmas shopping. Oh, here's one for you, and one for you.
What's this?
Oh, my Christmas list, in case you were wondering what to get me.
What to get you?
Yeah.
What are you doing in my booth? Scoot. Come on.
Mr. Wiley, be careful. You don't know if you're gonna get on the naughty
Yeah,
list.
please come with me. Let me seat you somewhere safe.
His place, his place.
Hey, we're back here in the kitchen of his place with Marcus.
I like looking at myself.
I know you do.
Hey, I'm messing with the camera, man.
That's why Phil Andrews and Scott Kirschbaumer are so much alike. But we'll get to you later.
Aren't we all?
We'll get to you later. Yes,
Okay.
we will. Yes, we'll get to you later. A lot of people are watching these promos. They're liking his place. They're liking a new his
They're
place.
tuning into the website,
Yeah,
hisplace.tv.
Right,
They're
they're
checking it out.
sending us emails.
Yeah.
They're Twittering us. They're Facebooking us.
They're watching his show.
They're watching his show.
My show.
Chef Marcus.
Now, Corey, you got to tell us about the character Marcus.
Well, the character Marcus is very driven. I have my own YouTube show because I am a chef, the best chef that's ever been seen in the Pittsburgh area. So I'm always driven doing my show, and you'll find me off in addition doing Thanksgiving specials, Christmas specials, all kinds of specials. And I love to cook, so I'm really good at it.
He's
so that's
so
what I do.
serious.
He's so serious.
What?
He's so
I'm
serious.
saying. I mean, this is serious
I like his
business.
reality.
This is serious business.
Hisplace.tv. You can watch the show at 9:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
He's not really that serious.
Tune in. Okay. Hey, Joe. All right, man. You looks like you got all my stuff.
Yeah, I would have been here a lot sooner, but I mean, like, the traffic almost killed me. You know, I mean, I love Christmas and everything, but the traffic nowadays is terrible. I mean, people are maniacs. I mean, especially this time of year.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you this, Joe. You better be good. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
You
I
just-
was good, Tim.
just
I
better-
mean, it was the other drivers that were bad.
I understand, but you just better be good, okay?
Okay. I just got here, and I know I didn't do anything. Which one of you did something?
I didn't do anything. I've been busy making my list. Maybe it was Marcus.
Yeah, not me. I've been too busy to get in trouble. I didn't do nothing.
What?
That's what you're looking for in a parent. It helps, a parent to be an encouragement to their son or their daughter in sports. But what do you look for when you're recruiting? I'm assuming you're recruiting this time of year.
Yeah.
You're recruiting. What do you look for in a player that says, you know what, this kid is going to be a good player as well as a good Christian?
There's a soccer side of it, so that's really how you identify them, because ultimately you're looking for guys that can play. So there's that technical aspect, the speed and quickness aspect, and hopefully the physical size, and that's a big part of it. And then we look at a lot of leadership. I don't do a lot of cold recruiting, because you go to a random high school game or a club game and this kid's really good, he's quick, he's technical. The odds that he's academic from a Grove City team and then he wants to play for a Christian team is pretty slim. So we get a lot of contacts. Grove City's a great school. We get a lot of contacts that way. And then, 150, 200 a year. So through that, we'll go through and then we can identify who really is, interested in us and who really is a player and who has, what we're looking for.
Now, I know that Grove City focuses more on the academics than they do the sports. I mean, they're kind of. I mean, they want to make sure that every student is doing well academically. But how do you balance it because there's a major commitment to any sport in college?
Yeah, there is. Sports are important at Grove City. The college is very supportive of what we do, but they understand because it's Division III, there needs to be a balance. When I talk to my guys, we have goal-setting meetings at the beginning of every season, at the end of every season, and we talk academics. What classes are you taking? Are you getting an internship? What's your grade point average? Where are you going to have trouble? Are you on track for all those things? We talk athletics. What are your goals for this season? Do you have any questions of what I'm demanding of you as a player? What can I help you with? Here's what I want out of you. And then we talk spiritual life. How are things going? spiritually? Is there anything you're struggling with? And some of those conversations are longer. Some of the academic conversations are long. Some of the athletic conversations are long. Some of the spiritual conversations are really short. Because some of the guys, maybe they're not in a good spot in their lives, or maybe they're not interested in that at that time. And that's okay, because I think we build that relationship, and maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe never, but that's for the Lord to do. Then we can plant that seed. And then I've had guys, 2 years later, I'm interested in that. Can we talk about that more? Sure, that's great. Let's have a conversation. Let's delve into that.
When they cross the line, what do you do? When a kid has a bad play, or they get hit too many times and they freak out, they blow it, what do you do?
We talk about, it's a concept that I love. It's called the genius of the and. It's a Jim Collins thing, from good to great. Can you do two things together at the same time that don't really go together, this and this? We talk about being hard-nosed, aggressive players and good sports, and that line is hard to toe. And sometimes you just, it's a competitive environment. Sometimes they come over, so we bring those guys out. At any time somebody steps over the line, and if it's a hard foul, those things happen. If it's a blatant from behind or a descent to the official, those guys come off. And it's hard in soccer, because in the college game, you come off in the first half, you can't go back on. I've had to discipline kids in conference playoff games. Maybe they say something they shouldn't. A starter, a senior, bring this kid off, and he sits for the next 25 minutes.
That's got to kill you.
It does, but I mean, you have
What's
to have
more
some.
important?
Yeah, you have to have some integrity there. And those guys learn. They go back on the second half. We have guys that make mistakes. We have a punishment, and we move on from there. We forget it, because everybody's going to make mistakes.
How do you take them from that? Because the challenge has been for me as a parent. Okay, working with my son and my daughter in sports. There's kind of this concept that was Christians, you're kind of laid back, but the way I read the Bible is that we're supposed to love God with an entire passion. Everything we do, we should do with excellence. We should do it with all of our might. Whatever your hand finds to do, Ecclesiastes said, do it with all of your might. So are there times when you have kids that come from a Christian background, they're like, well, okay, I'm going to play, and it's okay, versus like really going for it?
Yeah, it's a struggle. I think, a coach, somebody told me a coach is somebody that can take a player where they can't go on their own. You need a whip and a chair sometimes, because as humans, we'll fall to our lowest level given the opportunity. And, my assistant and I will go out there, and if we're not pushing all the time, the group will fall, because they're humans. So we get the whip and the chair out, and we motivate, and we have to do it. And at times, the players, they're not too pleased with that. But after a 4-year career, and after a year like we had this year, when for the last 4 years, the whip and the chair's been out, and we forced them to play harder than they wanted to, they're so grateful. And they learn that discipline. And now I think they're, from a lifelong skill set, they've got it.
Tim's going around telling everybody to be good. I mean, I know I didn't do anything, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
Somebody did something.
Yeah, I don't know, but I thought it was Sam, and Sam thought it was Marcus, and we all thought it was Phil, but I'm not really sure who it was.
Huh. Well, it's not me. I just got here.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Walter, it's good to see you. Hey, better be good, buddy.
See?
Better be
See
good.
what I'm telling you? Somebody did something.
Everybody, we have Kim Costanza playing for us again. Let's give it up.
All right. Woo! All right, Kim. Good job. Good job.
Hey,
Good job.
Tim.
Yeah.
I just got here. I mean, I brought your order. I stacked it in the back. I mean, I did everything I was supposed to do. I wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't do it. I don't know what it is, but I didn't do it.
I appreciate it, and you know what? I'm just excited all the time. You always do a good job.
That's right.
I've never seen you do a bad job. You're always doing a good job.
And hey, and I cooked about a few more dozen blitzes, okay? And I've been waiting on tables, and I've helped Louie back in the intercom, and I didn't even get 1 second to film my show, Cooking with Chef Marcus. So there's no way it's me. I've been being good.
And I know, and the blintzes taste great, and the customers like them, and it's just marvelous. You've done a good job. You've got nothing to worry about. I just want you to be good.
They're trying to blame me, Tim, and I didn't do it. Whatever this whole thing is, I didn't touch the coffee maker, the coffee grinder, the frothing machine. I haven't touched the glass display case or the company computer. I haven't touched the drive-through intercom or the dishwasher. Okay? Well, I think that's everything I'm not supposed to touch.
Let me just ask you this.
Okay.
What's the name of the musician here tonight?
It's Kim.
It's Kim.
Well, I've been so nervous because you keep saying, we hope you're not doing something wrong. So I keep saying, oh my gosh, Tim's like freaking out.
No. Well, you know what? I just want you to be good. We just need to be. We need to be
Why
good.
is everybody looking at me?
Well, it wasn't us.
Well,
What?
It was you, bitch.
feeling guilty about something?
No.
Is there anything you want to confess to us, Mr. Grinch?
No. Everything's good with me. I'm fine. Thank you for
good?
asking. I appreciate your concern.
I am good, and this time of year is a wonderful time of year.
Right.
And it's a time of year for giving and sharing and being kind to one another, and it's especially a wonderful time of year when this guy shows up because
Merry Christmas, everyone.
that's why you better be good.
Santa. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Sam.
Merry Christmas,
He looks
Santa.
pretty
Hey,
real.
Santa, I forgot all about your sleigh, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, fellow delivery man. Man.
Glad to meet you.
He doesn't-
Yeah, the lights are on, the door is open, the coffee's strong. We're all hoping you'll stop by. So come on in and find a friend to help you on your way. Pull up a chair and find his care. We'll be here every day in his place. Ba-ba-da-da, his place, his place, his place.
Well, are you being good? On the very next His Place, Santa Claus is going to be joining us. But if you want more information about Coach Mike Dreves and the Grove City College or the Grove City soccer team, which is a great soccer team, I happen to know somebody that's on it that's great. My son Christopher is on that team. You can go to our website at hisplace.tv. If you want to find out more about Kim Costanza, you can go to hisplace.tv and find out more information. By the way, Sam's parents, Selena, are right here. And see you next time on His Place.